Looking in the mirror has sometimes not been the easiest thing for me. Sometimes I just haven't liked what I've seen, and it's hard when you look at yourself and you just think, why am I not good enough? Something as simple as looking in the mirror for me has been a big challenge in my life. Now, some people might say I'm crazy and that I'm stupid and all these things, and I can understand why, but you also kind of have to understand my point of view when watching this. I have struggled a lot with the way I look and the way I looked for my entire life, really. I've always been very self-conscious about what I look like and how I present myself. Now, when I say it was hard for me to look in the mirror, I mean that in a lot of ways. When I was much younger, it was really hard for me to look in the mirror because I saw something that wasn't myself. When I would look, I wouldn't see the Xavier Gowie I wanted to be. I would see the Xavier Gowie that I was trapped being and that other people drew me as. And I felt like my decisions were being made for me by other people who didn't really know me at all. I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, why do I have to be like this? Like, why do I have to be like this? I wanted to, do makeup, explore. I just wanted to explore different things and see what I wanted, because at the end of the day, I didn't know what I wanted. And no one, when they're like 7, can know what they want. But I just wanted to try and find that for myself, and I felt like that I was kind of stunted in that. So when I would look in the mirror, I wouldn't really see the person I wanted to see. I saw the person that I thought I had to be. And I'm so glad that I've kind of come out of that, and I'm obviously the person I want to be now. I'm doing everything I ever wanted, everything I ever dreamed of. I'm doing, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I get to be the person I am, because I know that a lot of people don't get that opportunity. Another thing, another thing that I really struggled with in my life is my weight. Now, it's hard for me to talk about, and I hate bringing it up because it's still very touchy for me, and I still haven't gotten over it. I've gotten much better, but it's still very prominent in my life. At one point, I was at a point in my life where I was about like 12, 13, something like that, and I was really fixated on being really thin. Like, I really wanted to be thin, and the thing that I kind of don't get is that I've never been overweight. I've never been anything except thin. I've always been a thin person, and it's not the way I've eaten, it's not anything like that. It's literally, I've just been thin. I've just been thin. I'm just thin. So I was really fixated on being really thin, and especially when I started YouTube, I did get like a couple comments and like emails saying that I was like the fattest person they'd ever seen. And I know that that's not true, but it's just like hard when people say it. Like sometimes when people say things, like you kind of believe them, and I did, and I sometimes do. Um, I don't know. It's something that it's hard to talk about because it's not something I've really gotten over. I'm still kind of dealing with it because I still, sadly, I am kind of fixated on being thin, and I kind of like always want to make sure that I am, and like I'm really thin and I'm not like I've only just really gotten to like the weight or the, you know, the look that I want to have now. And I think about it a lot of the time. And I don't want to think about it. It just kind of happens, and it's not like on purpose, and it's not to make anyone feel bad or anything. It's just like I just think about it, and I just want to make sure like I don't like gain weight, or like I don't lose myself or anything. Because I'm really, really self-conscious about the way I look. I have to present myself in a way every day that I deem acceptable, or else I kind of just feel bad for the whole day, and I just want to like go to sleep. So like even at my school, we've got these trousers. It's school uniform. Like my mom says it all the time. It's school uniform. It's not meant to be like nice, and I know that. But like we have these trousers, and I just didn't buy them. I just didn't get them because I tried them on in the store, and I just, obviously they're not flattering to me, and they don't look nice or anything, and obviously that shouldn't matter, it's just a school uniform, but I was so upset by it that we just didn't buy it because I couldn't wear it, and all, like, the term that I was there, my teachers were like, Xavier, you gotta get the trousers, like, that's the uniform, because I'm wearing shorts in winter. I was like, yeah, I know, I just want to wait. And I honestly dread the day that I have to get them, only because I feel like I'm going to look disgusting. There was a little incident that happened at my school that it kind of really affected me, and it's something that I hated doing a lot. In health and physical education, we were asked at the start of the year to step on the scale, get our weight done, like checked, so that our teacher would have it for his records, I don't know, something. So I really did not want to step on the scale. It was nerve-wracking, and I just didn't like it. I just didn't. But I had to, so I stepped on, and I weighed in at around 60 kilos. Nothing out of the ordinary, like, that's just what it was. And one of the guys in my school came up to me, who's in my class, and he goes, oh, well, you're a bit fat. And I said, excuse me? And he goes, 60 kilos. And I said, because this guy weighs more than me. And I said, no offense, I would never say anything like this, but you weigh more than me, so how can I be fat if you weigh more than me? And he goes, oh, because mine's all muscle. Mine's all muscle and yours is just fat. Which was stupid. And I don't know why I let it, like, get to me, because it's dumb. And it's obviously not true. Because people just think I sit at home all day and do nothing just because I don't rave on about sports all the time. No, I actually get out. I work out. Like, I work out. I go on walks. I go on runs. I do all this shit. So it's not like I'm always just sitting at home playing with a bunch of makeup brushes and putting crap on my face. No, that's not the case. And even if that was the case, you have no right to say anything about what anyone else looks like. I would never, ever go up to someone and say, oh, well, you're a bit fat, you're a bit overweight. That's not your place, And you should never be even allowed to say anything like that to someone because you don't know how it will affect them. And yes, I'm thin, and you know, I I know that this is probably really annoying to some people because it's just like, oh, he's just complaining about being thin and whatever. But it actually is a struggle of mine, and I do struggle with it. And if I so much as like tipped off, I would get really upset. So it's really no one else's place to say anything about what anyone else looks like because you never know. And just because I'm thin doesn't mean I'm insecure. Like, it doesn't mean I'm not insecure. Like, I don't like even talking about it. I can say that I've gotten better. I definitely like the person I see in the mirror now. I love my personality. I love everything I'm doing. I'm really happy in that sense. I haven't fully overcome the weight thing. I still am very self-conscious about it, and I'm still very on top of it. But I've definitely gotten better to what I was, because I was much worse than I am now. By no means do I have an eating disorder. By no means do I have anything like that. I don't. And I would never say I do, because I just don't. I eat properly. I have no problems eating. Nothing. I'm just a little bit self-conscious about how I look like. And that's all there is to it.